Hey everyone, I'm in San Luis Obispo. I'm at an olive ranch. Next to me is Will. Him and his wife Chris own this 50-acre olive ranch. And we're doing a little bit of a tour today, and we're gonna be doing some tasting in a few minutes. So everybody say hi to Will. And we're gonna be doing a tasting next, and we're gonna do a bit of a tour. They grow olives here, and they also grow some yuzu, mandarin tangerine, and Meyer lemons, and we're going to be trying some olive oil infused with all three. Are these typical of the olives in California?
Well, these are actually Tuscans, and the wood came from Tuscany. We have a lot of varietals here in California. They mainly have come from immigrant populations that have brought their olives from France and Spain and Italy, and we prefer to have a Tuscan style of olive.
So Will, you and your wife live here?
We do. This is our straw bale home.
Okay. I think over here I see a pizza oven.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you build this?
I made this about 5 years ago. I started out making them thinking they would be commercial size, and they pretty much are commercial size. But I put quite a few in people's backyards as well. But we have about 5 of them on the road. And who doesn't love pizza?
Well, it's my favorite thing to eat. I had it my first night here in a place called Orchid.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So how hot does it get in there, Will?
Probably 700 degrees. I can get it to 8.
So this is true Neapolitan style.
It's very, very similar to the Neapolitans.
And you use your own olive oil?
We use olive oil, of course. And we cook with ranches here on the wood, on the farm. This is a Coast live oak. Makes a wonderful smoky flavor. And these are all wood-fired ovens, so it is true to the Neapolitan pizza.
And what's your favorite style pie to make?
I think I'm a traditionalist. Probably the margarita.
Oh, what are these trees behind you?
These are called manzanita, which means little apple, and you can actually make a small jam out of them. This is a particular kind called the Edna manzanita, and they have taken this and hybrided it to make a lot of landscape manzanitas. But this is the beginning stock, the Edna manzanita, and it grows right here. The only difference is just in the flower, but it's a beautiful tree.
So Will, this is your Airbnb?
Right, we've done this for about 2 years and been very successful with it. Parts of this are probably over 100 years old. There were quite a few oil field workers and ranchers that lived on the property for many, many years. And we just refurbished it, 2 bedrooms, and it's in the middle of an olive field. It's very, very peaceful.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful place.
I don't hear any noise, so that sounds
So
now cool. For the fun part, Will's arranged to have me sample some of the olive oils here. You can see right there, those are some of the different options. I'm going to be sampling the yuzu and the original. First, I'm going to try the extra virgin from this little cup. Will, how should I really try this to get the most out of it?
The way we do it in the professional oil tasting is you take a little bit of oil in a cup and you get your nose in there first to make sure you can smell it. That's the first thing that's going to tip you off how it's going to taste. And then you take a little bit of oil on the tip of your tongue and you kind of sweep it through your mouth, kind of with a loud sound. And it makes it go all the way through, all the way to your taste buds. And it's a very, very wonderful way to taste oil.
It feels thick.
It is a little bit thick.
I definitely got that peppery hit in the back of my throat, which is making me want to cough. What else should I be looking for?
Well, there's 3 main things you're looking for in a good extra virgin oil. You're looking for a fruit flavor, that's obvious, and also a little bit of picante, which is a little heat in the back of the throat, and a little bit of bitterness. As long as those 3 things are in a good balance, you have a good olive oil. So that's kind of what we look for.
So next I'm going to try the yuzu.
Right. And this is a Japanese citrus. We put the fresh citrus into the mill with olives, about 100 pounds of citrus to 1,000 pounds of olives. They're crushed together, and the oil and the zest of the citrus immerses with the olive oil, and that's how we flavor our oils.
So you're not using any of the actual juice?
No, we're not using the watery juice, just the oil and the zest.
Okay, so smell.
Mm-hmm. And then put it in your mouth, sweep it in through your tongue, and enjoy the flavor of that. Besides the yuzu, which is our favorite, we also make a Meyer lemon, which is a traditional Italian infusion. And then, because we're in California, we have to use a mandarin tangerine oil as well. This is very good in brownies. The other things are really good on steamed vegetables. All the citrus are really good with fish and chicken. And of course, the extra virgin is completely universal for everything. It's one of the beginning things of almost all Mediterranean foods. The nice thing about using olive oil in your cooking is that it takes all the flavors and combines them and brings them forward. So it really disperses all the flavors you try to achieve as a good chef.
And Will's given me some tips for Santa Maria style barbecue.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually going to be doing that hopefully in the next week or two when I'm not on the road. Will, if somebody wants to visit here, do they need an appointment?
Only to make sure we have enough bread. That's all we really need to know. We're open as many hours as we can be. We might be involved doing other things on the ranch, but we'll make time for all of our people who want to taste.
And I'm going to put a link in the notes. Are people able to buy from your website?
Sure. We ship all over the country, and we're more than happy to do that. And we haven't lost a bottle yet. So.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I'm in San Luis Obispo, also known as SLO. And if you're ever up in this area, you saw Will has an Airbnb. But even if you're not going to stay here, you should definitely stop by for a tasting. And you'll probably end up going home with something, like I certainly will. So anything else you want to tell the viewers, Will?
That's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you, everyone.